Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is episode number 25 here at Roll20 Presents D&D Adventurers League. And we are right at the end of an adventure. And I think you tried so hard.
It was Dave's fault.
Well, good. I'm glad we got that formality out of the way. Welcome back, everybody. I missed you, nerds.
The classic Blue Jay giggle.
Oh. Yeah, I saw some people talking about it in chat, so I was like, yeah, we better make this happen.
So, first and foremost, before chat distracts themselves the whole rest of the episode, can we talk about how great you look right now, Elf? Can we talk about that? I'm really into Distracted Goth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always been low key, like, you know, I want the black hair, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. No, and then I did it.
It looks so good.
I gotta redo some parts because I just like did it myself, like box dye kind of thing.
Isn't that thing from Metal Gear Solid?
Box
yeah,
dye.
fox dye. That's fox dye.
Why
But
would you want to dye a fox?
I don't know, but but yeah, I gotta redo some parts of it because there's still some brown in there occasionally in various places. But that's just gonna be like a few days from now. I'll redo it. I basically got my roommate to do the whole thing. I just sat there, put dye in my hair.
That's practically like a salon.
My roommate's the best roommate. Okay, hippie shout out, best roommate.
I wanna just get you a bell that you can like ring.
I would 100%. I would do it. Yeah.
Well, you're looking good. I like
But yeah,
it.
so we're rocking the black.
I dig the darkness. It's nice. It's looking good. There you go, chat. See, you're not just imagining things. It is different. It is really different for reals.
No, it's just the lighting. Come on.
Like you can do all kinds of stuff with color balance. Well, that's good. Anybody else got anything interesting going on with their lives, or is it all just Elf looking rad? I
think it's just Elf
I
looking
feel like that
rad.
might be it. Yeah, Elf. I think you take the cake on
What
this one.
am I rocking this?
The cake
Yeah.
darkness.
Elf.
I feel so warm and fuzzy right now. So many compliments coming my way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh
Oh my god,
everyone's
let's just start doing IRL streams where
Oh.
we invite a guest onto the stream and just say nice things about them for 45 minutes, and that's the stream.
I want
Okay.
to be a host on that show.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that'd be so
Yeah.
good.
Can I
Like,
say
just-
nice things about
Just like
people?
three people are the main hosts, and we have a guest every week. And when we have our guest on, all we do is just the opposite of talk
Say
shit.
nice things to
We
It's
just say
an
real-
anti-roast.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's our first guest then?
I mean, it was you. I think was the thing.
Oh. Okay.
Man, that's such a great idea. I want to write that
Yeah,
down.
why else would we say nice things about you?
There's no other reason.
It's clearly a setup.
Clearly a setup. Yeah.
Introducing our new show. Hey!
Good Feelings presents.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I hope that one day we can all be as cool looking as you, Elf.
You all already achieved cool looking as me. Let's be real. Some of you you have a very high bar to beat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Dave is just like setting the bar like all the way up
like,
here.
Wow. I wish I had. I'll show you a picture eventually of something, but it's fine. We won't talk about it now.
I'm super ready for that.
Tune in
picture.
next time when Dave shows us a picture of something.
The sexy picture? No, Is it just you with your shirt on flexing? I straightened my hair once.
I would
so
look
that
at
exists.
that. I would look at that picture.
Awesome. Well, we missed
I'm gonna
you.
mute myself again. I'm just gonna leave this.
We missed you last week, Andrew.
Yeah, we did.
It was one of those like, we're gonna be fine. We don't need Andrew around, and then everything went nuts.
We lived.
Yeah,
we,
you lived.
we
I'm not saying they failed. I'm just saying it was pure chaos
proud
the
of
whole
you all.
session.
It was great.
I mean, I watched it. I watched the VOD, and yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. So you're all caught up. Cool. Good.
What was Gravaris doing?
I don't know, hanging out.
Yeah.
He was just like,
Infiltrating, perpetrating, regulating. Yeah. I just assume that whenever Gravaris isn't around, all the things that are happening on screen are happening because you're the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of that episode, like in the background, cutting orc bowstrings and like making things happen. Yeah.
Doing the setup.
Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. Well, so we'll do a kind of like or a epilogue for the adventure, because there isn't actually any more adventure left. When last we saw them, a very damp oleander and a politically divided lane were on a boat with the leader of and most of, in fact, the Grey Patriots, making
The ones that didn't die.
yeah, setting sail for parts unknown. And then Anastasia fled from the clutches of an owlbear and some orcs and some cultists and basically everything else.
Pull off the disguise and be on the boat with them.
Yeah.
Would you please have me do that?
Yeah, they would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for these pesky kids. Old Man Graveris was one of the Grey Patriots all along. Yeah, totally. You can be on the boat. So my question isn't so much like Anastasia, you're a kobold, you're a warlock, you're a perfectly capable sentient. You're able to get back to Flan on your own, no problem. You don't get eaten by an owlbear, and everything's fine. You do have to lay low because there's this orc tribe that's come down from Thar that's just like around.
I mean, I have the ability to take a short rest and make myself invisible. For
Exactly.
now.
Yeah, you got all kinds of hiding shit.
You know, I'm pretty good at getting away from
staying
stuff.
alive.
I'm like way better at getting away from stuff than I used to be. Misty Step and invisibility are two things that I get from just like warlock stuff and fae stuff. Like.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish I could turn myself invisible. That'd be the shit.
I wish I could Misty Step.
I'd be all about that.
That'd be really
30 feet, any direction. Just like, I'm going to go
That'd
over
be
there now.
real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic
It's
would
like
be
when
nice.
it's when you talk about between people, it's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could teleport? And I always come to that realization, yeah, but I actually don't care about like anywhere that I could go. It's just like,
Wow.
unless it was across to a different country.
I mean,
and
for
I'm just like,
me,
whatever.
I would just use it at LARP games. 'cause
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, and this is a conversation that I think since time immemorial, every Dungeons and Dragons group has had. If you could cast one wizard spell, barring
Fireball.
wish. Wow. What spell would you cast? I mean, yes, in a combat scenario, fireball is obviously one of the most useful spells, but like
Fireball's the
on
greatest.
a daily basis, Elf, do you find yourself needing to fireball people? I mean, yes. The answer is yes. I feel like, honestly, locate object would be really like...
Yeah, locate object would be good.
I would take prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like, you can cast as much as you want, and it's eminently useful.
You could prestidigitate your room right now. Prestidigitate
Oh,
that room.
Is that some shade? I
No.
saw?
No.
Don't break character, okay? We can't acknowledge.
Well, that's the
Also,
thing,
I
right?
would like banishment, please.
What does that one do? That's the one that puts
it's-
someone in an alternate
it's the
dimension so you
one
don't have to deal with them.
It's the one where you go like, and you're trapped in the center of the earth now. Goodbye.
So here's the lesson that we've learned. Elf is not to be fucked with.
Also disintegrate. Yeah, like touch of death or whatever. Like,
Wow. So none of the ones that would actually benefit you or humanity at large, but just like I would just want to destroy things with my
or
mind.
you know what? Some kind of self-reincarnate would be cool too. I'd be down with that. I don't know how I could do that, but I would be down with like druid reincarnation powers.
Yeah, I feel like cleric spells might actually be more useful in day-to-day life because you're not really finding yourself needing to lightning bolt things. But
I mean, you're not.
plane shift, any of that stuff. The problem is,
Yes,
Can
that's
I
stuff.
have vicious mockery?
you already do.
Yeah.
The
Vicious
thing,
mockery. You just deal psychic damage to people with your shade.
again, I don't know.
Yeah.
You've hung out with Blue Jay in real life, right? You know that this is a thing, taking psychic damage from being around her.
I mean, briefly.
I'm nicer to Elf than I am to you, Adam.
Fair. I feel like the problem is going to be material components, right? Like, where are you going to get a 5,000 GP diamond? I guess if you can cast lightning bolt, you
I
could
mean,
get it
if
pretty
I was
easily.
if I was a sorcerer, I could issue the materials. So
Yeah.
you know.
Always chaos.
Yeah.
Can I just take
That's
wild
stuff.
magic
Yeah,
but not
yeah,
actually
so-
have any magic? Just like every once in a while in my life, it just something weird and random and magical happens. Yeah.
I feel like people like wild magic until you accidentally burn your house down with it and kill
Oh
everyone
my
you
god.
love.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Polymorph self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
I want to turn into stuff.
Yeah,
100%.
I'd be about that too.
Wild shape.
But would it be like the modern version of I haven't played a game of 5e that's gotten high enough for people to get polymorph, but does it still do that thing where you slowly go crazy and turn into the thing that you turn into? Like if
I
you
don't
turn yourself
know.
into a bird, because that's how it used to work.
Nah,
No, it's not. It's
too
not,
casual.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
But like polymorph self gives you tons of options because it basically says like here are a bunch of things you could use. You know,
I would turn into myself, but 12 feet tall and made out of solid gold.
like some kind of Adam golem.
They said I could polymorph self into anything I wanted, so I became myself. So the adventure is over, and you're in the Bay of Flan. I just want to know what you're, especially Lane here. What's the plan, right? Because Sand Krulik feels like he thinks you're on his side, that you believe in his jam. And what's the deal? Are you going to turn him into try to turn him into the Black Fist? Do you like let him do his thing? What's the plan?
We need to make a deal whereby I will provide him contacts to try and find his way back in as long as he stops being a bandit. He needs to stop taking his shit out on people who don't deserve it. And I will help him like regain his position.
So your leverage here on the seduce and manipulate is that you can provide him with an opportunity to make good, to like get back in.
Yep,
into proper society.
I'm both a noble and a harper.
So that's the thing you'll reveal to him, like, yo, dog, I got this pin. It says I'm cool.
Yep, and it's just like, as long as you're not doing the thing of killing people when they don't deserve it, then we'll get you even with.
Let me see what
everybody
his
deserves it.
alignment is. What alignment is old Sand Krulik here? Okay. Well, I think he explains to you that the trouble with that plan is that once you become a bandit lord, you can't just be like, all right, everybody, stop with your banditry. He could take his most loyal folk, his most loyal Grey Patriots, and leave. But an army of starving bandits is an army of starving bandits, right? Like they're gonna want to keep doing this, and he can't necessarily give that order. Once the Grey Patriots have started, you can't just shut them down. He believes firmly in Flan and like wants to serve it the way he used to, but with the power structure being the way that it is, he's just one man. Let's have you make a persuasion check.
Okay, can I make it with inspiration or advantage?
Yeah, I think that you've got an advantageous position here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. He's on board with the plan generally, right? He's like, yes, banditry sucks. It sucks that the people of Flan are suffering because of what we're doing. I can't control these bandits, right? If I step down, even if I bring my loyal lieutenants with me, someone else will take over the Grey Patriots, and they'll continue to pillage the Iron Root. This is the short-sightedness that Flan has. Even if you were coming here to kill me, even if I say no and I choose to continue to be the Lord of Banditry, and you murder me where I stand, it won't stop the Grey Patriots. They're a thing now, and they can't be undone. But what we can do, Lane, is we can make for the future, right? If you can work towards taking apart some of the corruption, you and your friends, and he looks pointedly at your pin. If you and your friends can undo some of the corruption in the Black Fist and make an opening, not just for me to return, but for law and order to return to Flan, then I'll come back. And that gives me a chance to bring my Grey Patriots with me, because the ones who are politically motivated, the real like Grey Patriots, the core, that's what they're about too, right? We're all in it for Flan. Our banditry is making a statement. And yeah, he says, not today. I won't come back now. It just means my head on the chopping block. But if you come to me in the future and you can convince me that Flan is a safe place for us to return, or even just a place worth returning to, then we will. We wait on the Iron Root for your word. but for now, it's too dangerous.
Okay. Last point of order then. I'm going to need something to say that you've been dealt with, so you get your anonymity back. Just to trust me.
He smiles and he nods and he says, so today is the day that Sand Krulik dies. A wise choice. I can be of more use as the mysterious leader of the Grey Patriots than as a wanted man. Yes. And that way you get your gold. And he like looks at Oleander and Graveris like,
Yeah, I
he looks
also
at you
do.
two like, see, now you don't have to kill me. Chill. So yeah, he says, what did you have in mind? He says slightly nervously, we're going to have to cut off your face.
Yeah, I mean, as like a former noble, he's going to have signet ring, that kind of thing. Like part of his armor or something.
Yeah.
Some blood splattered somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder if, because usually these kinds of things are like severed head.
Yeah.
I wonder, because he was in prison first, right? And I wonder if he would still have his signet ring. I think for convenience sake, there's probably some kind of object that signals that he's the leader of the Grey Patriots, or some equivalent, like not his signet ring as a noble of Flan, because he never was, but
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we didn't.
Oh, he's a knight, wasn't
he's
he?
a knight. Yeah.
We didn't take a head from the leader of the kobolds. We just took like an object of significance, you said.
Yeah,
that
we
would-
didn't actually determine what it was, but I'm assuming it'll be some kind of like amulet or like
Yeah.
So if we could
yeah.
get something of a similar
You know.
whatever,
so forth.
and just be like, we have a warlock. There wasn't that much left to recover, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he has like the signet equivalent of the signal of his leadership over the
Yeah, like
the Grey
maybe since he's a Grey Patriot, he has like a specific cloak that he wore. They do have the specific cloaks, but his has got like
Yeah, it's
embroidery in it.
the Grey
or
Patriot
some shit.
cloak of leadership.
Yeah.
This little,
Yeah.
you know, a little.
Yeah, like a shield or whatever, the sigil of the Grey Patriots. Yeah, and so he unpins it and he hands it to you, and he says, "This should be enough to convince them that you did your job. Besides, I have a feeling that they're going to want me out of the way hard enough that they'll believe you. Besides, look at you. You wouldn't lie." And he kind of smirks.
Yeah, just like back.
You don't know me. Yeah, okay, cool. So they drop you off on the shore, maybe a day's travel from Flan, because obviously you can't come back with them to their secret cave lair. And he tells the rest of the Grey Patriots, like, look, this is how it's going to be. We're going to go into hiding. We're going to tone it down on the obvious banditry for a little while. But this signals the beginning of our return, our glorious return to Flan. So while that's happening, while you're entertaining your sea voyage, there is something, Anastasia, that I would like to do. With you.
Very well.
So you're in the woods or something. You're like skirting the edge of the woods, heading back down towards Flan. Actually, I guess you'd be coming from the west. So you're like, you know, in a little like seaside cave, hiding from the bad weather one night on your way back, and you wake from a restless sleep in the middle of the night. To the sound of muffled protestations coming from your backpack.
Huh?
Yeah, there's just like noises coming from the backpack.
Oh, I remember. Take through the bag, like, what? Pull the book out, the one that was speaking to me, that I had to stash quickly.
Yeah. So you pull the book out, it's making noise, and it's still muffled because it's shut.
I open it.
Okay, all right. So it opens up, and you hear, yes, that's better. Thank you. Now, what's going on? Where are we? And more to the point, who are you?
Allow me to fill you in. My name is Anastasia Cinderfell. Your previous master is dead. And, well, the whole cult of hers has been dismantled.
Oh, well, good. I do say she had it coming. So what does that make you, the kobold apparent?
Yes, I suppose it does.
And you're one of those dragon cultists, I presume?
Actually, no. No, I work for a small group of adventurers from Flan.
Adventurers. How exciting. Well, I've got myself in something of a pickle, you see. I'm dead. And I've been denied my just desserts, as it were, by that filthy sorceress. Trapped me in this book. I've been working for her for some time, hoping on the promise that she would deliver me to my end.
Ah, you were the one making the quill move then.
Yes, quite. I served as Duralis Chronicler for some time.
So I'm assuming you still want to die.
Oh yes, quite. Being a book is, well, it's dreadful, honestly.
Do you perhaps, and I'm only asking this because it may be relevant to things I need to know, but do you have knowledge of everything that is written within this book?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then what would be, in short, the most relevant things to Flan and its safety?
Well, if Durala's dead, very little. She was an egomaniac, thought herself a demigod, which is just such hogwash. And, well, take a look. And the book starts to sort of casually flip pages. And he says, it's all like this. She spent most of her time talking about how great she is. It's Tiamat this, Tiamat that, Jarala this, and Jarala the Chosen that. It's terrible. You can see why I want so badly to die.
Yes, I can understand that. If I were to destroy this book, would you be freed?
Yes, absolutely. Just toss me in a fire.
Interesting. Why would she trap you? Who are you in life?
I was a bard for a time, known well across the land for my beauteous prose.
And she just throws it in the fire. It's just gone. She's like, I'm a bard. Yep, okay. See you later.
I was, I had the unfortunate fate of being captured by a group of her loyalists, and, well, she didn't want to part with me, you see, and so here we are. Though I do say it brings me some satisfaction to be able to know that her story has come to an end.
Yes, we made sure of that. She's gone. She won't be bothering anyone anytime soon.
Oh, I doubt that very much. I'm sure she's in hell bothering Tiamat right now. Can you
Perhaps.
imagine that meeting? Oh, I thought I was the chosen one. Oh no, turns out you're not the chosen one. What a shame. Oh, I hate you, Tiamat. Well, too bad. You're stuck in hell with me forever. Ha ha ha.
Indeed.
Oh, I relish that thought.
Well, I can understand being something you don't want to be, and that being problematic for you. I can imagine being an object is particularly loathsome, and as such, I will happily destroy you.
As such, I will happily destroy you. That's great.
You should let your contacts see it first and get some more renown and then burn it, right?
I'm like thinking.
However,
Oh, here we go.
if the whole book is full of rambling, there's not much to say, I don't think.
Yes, it's a shame I wasn't ensorcelled by someone more interesting.
Yes, rather a shame.
And I pick the book up
Mm-hmm.
and I just rip it down the spine.
All right, so you tear it, and as it's tearing, because it's a pretty heavy book, you're like ripping at it, and he's like, oh, this is less pleasant than I expected. Ow, that stings quite a lot. And then you manage to break.
I got my foot on it.
It's like, it's like an undignified end, and you tear the book finally in half. The binding tears and the glue breaks, and there's a faint sigh as the spirit of the bard escapes to whatever afterlife awaits him. And yeah, the book just sort of is there now. You still have all the pages and stuff, but it's devoid of its magical nature.
Well, at least I still have what's written. I can leaf through it at my leisure.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't burn it.
Totally. Yeah. It works just the same. You've destroyed the book.
I'm
You can make a valuable sleeping aid now.
freed the bard.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you page through it, it's just a folio of megalomaniacal rambling.
Yeah, I figured it's just like some kind of like the Jarala manifesto.
Totally. Yeah. It's like, Second, Marpanoth, 1489. Today I was the greatest. All will bow before me or die in fire. Like just that, like just for like pages. Yeah. But occasionally in the margins, there are notes, like the whole book is written in Draconic, but there are notes in the margins in Common that are like, oh, not this again. And like just little like, and like a few just a few like side notes about like, she said this exact same thing 3 weeks ago and nothing has changed. I don't think these kobolds respect her at all. And so like you see his little like side notes throughout the book, which evidently Jarala couldn't understand. So so you return that to the city and meet up with your friends and everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hand the book off to my contacts, but I didn't feel like leaving that guy.
Yeah.
Trapped as an object. I feel for that.
Let me take a look. Let me get my calculator out. Let's figure out how much experience and everything everybody gets.
I love those.
So you killed Captain Wallharrow. Who killed the owlbear? There was a sniper shot from above, right? Is that how the owlbear died? Or did you leave it to the orcs?
Die?
I can't remember.
I don't think we finished off the owlbear. I think
the orcs fought the owlbear. That's right. You ran. Yeah. Okay. So we'll give you a partial.
I just invisible.
The funny thing is, I want to do this reward so you know how much you get, but it doesn't really matter, which we'll talk about in a second.
Okay.
Jarala iced her. All of Sand Krulek's people stayed. You killed 2 orcs, right, Olander? Or did you kill one, or just ran from those orcs? I can't remember.
I think I hit one, and I don't think it died. I just ran.
Right. Okay. All right. So we'll give you partial orc
and
credit.
Fell off of.
You did kill Kai Tyven Uviel.
Oh yes.
So he
I
got
did.
killed.
Poor time.
Man, it turns out if you are
if
you're an elven man of any variant in this universe, you just get treated like shit and killed. The winged
I think it was
kobold-
more that he was a bow.
He was a bow.
He was a bow to me. Yeah.
Both the Grimshackle brothers died. The Grimshackle jailer.
Fucking killed that Minotaur. Wrecked him.
Oh yeah, super wrecked the Minotaur. 1v1 the Minotaur.
And I was around for everything up to the end of the prison bit.
Yeah. We'll count again. We'll count it all, but it's all very whose line is it anyway? Because I'll explain in a second. So you escaped from Grimshackle. You actually won't. There's no way you can hit the cap on this one because I think this adventure assumes that you do a lot more fighting with the groups than you did.
Yeah.
Because it's D&D, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter.
It's gonna be like, and you're level 5.
You didn't escape the skull trap. You never encountered Krulek's magic dust. You did not encounter the pit trap in Area 6.
What's a skull trap?
It was
There's a pit trap?
the skull, the chest. You didn't disarm it. It was the thing that Anastasia got hit with.
It breathed gas on Anastasia.
Okay, so divide that by 4. Okay, so everybody gets 463 experience.
But
463. You might as well write it down. I'll explain why it doesn't matter in a sec. So for treasure, I assume that you wrote it all down as you were going. And then additional end of the game treasure, you get another 650 gold because it's the 500 plus 2 more 75 gold bounties.
So 650
Yeah,
divided by
I didn't write
4,
down the treasure I didn't have anything to do with, just in case.
162 and a half.
Yeah, because Anastasia, you got a bunch of stuff, but that
I
could just
got
be
like
yours.
250 gold worth of like things I looted from Durala's.
Everybody gets 460. Oh, that's already the divided total. Everybody gets that a piece, the 463. I assume the +1 longbow is going to stay in the hands of.
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Oleander.
Of course.
No, I'm
Hello?
going back to being a fighter as well. So
Yeah, between sessions, I
No.
rebuild my character to be exactly like your character.
hey,
No.
I did it first, and then
No.
I changed to fit the group's needs, and that
Uh,
was a magic item. I'm
no.
going back and I'm taking what's mine.
No.
That's Steve's.
That
No.
bow is mine. It needs to sass me and
Is
not
it a,
you.
is it a Brandy song? That
What?
bow is. God, that's an old
That
song.
boy is mine.
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's about bows. It's about a longbow.
That's Brandy and like another person. Wasn't
Pretty
it like
sure
a
it's
duel?
It's
It
a
was like
it's a duet. It's a
sing-off.
duet between Brandy and the English army of the 1400s. So anyway, so you got that. Harper's.
What was the split gold total, guys? Do we know?
Oh,
162 and a half.
162 and a half?
yeah, 162 and a half. Neither the there was a secret Harper mission that you didn't discover,
Aw.
and
That's
there was a Zentarum thing that you could have discovered.
What?
That didn't.
Oh.
But that's okay. The cleric that you found, the one that was like
Oh yeah.
hanging up, he was part of another thing. They were prisoners. The Cult of the Dragon had prisoners. One of them was a Harper. You didn't ever go into the cave where he was.
Nope.
He died horribly. Orcs killed him and tore him apart.
Oops.
That's
It's
fine.
But I will award Dave. I'll give you a point of Harper rep because you explicitly made
Nice.
that like part of your jam.
What's the second tier or like third tier or
I
something?
think it's 10. It's like 0
Okay,
to 5.
because I've hit 10. I've hit 11, in fact.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
I haven't been keeping good track of my rep.
Yeah, I'm not certain about
It's
that.
like we've pretty much got it every single time, but I've been actively working for it in a bunch of times, so I might have a couple
Steve
extra.
has extra. Yeah.
Let me see. You start with 0 renown, yada yada yada.
It's like, when do they give me a magic greatsword? That's like the time.
The Harpers aren't really known for their handing out magic greatswords, but that's fine.
No, fine.
Cool. Okay, so that concludes DDEX 19 bandits of, what's it called? Something about the Iron Root Canal. But what's interesting is that
All right, good stream today, everyone.
Yeah,
Good job,
we're
you did
entering
it.
we're entering the next. So here's the thing. I'll read the box text for the next one, and then we'll talk about why we need to make some changes and do some paperwork.
Okay.
So
No more level 4 quests.
the next that's it. We are entering the last 5 quests. They're DDEX 10 through 14. And from here forward, they are for adventurers level 5 to 10.
Oh shit!
So the next adventure is called Tyranny in Flan, and the back of the box reads, "The maimed virulence has come. The future of the Cinnabar throne and the lives of the denizens of Flan are in jeopardy. The cult of the dragon rejoices, and the Black Fist is powerless to stop them. How will the factions of the city respond to this threat? Can Flan be saved this time?" Part 1 of Under Emerald Claws, an adventure for 5th to 10th level characters. So our list of what this episode is gets longer and longer every time. This is episode 25, Adventure 10, Part 1 of Under Emerald Claws. It's called Tyranny and Flan. And this means that if you want to play this adventure, we're going to have to adjust our characters.
Nah, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want to play anymore.
So the two main things here are that, yeah, we will bump you up. I'll bump you up to the bottom of level 5. If you want to, but that means this is time to seal
We're
the envelope,
shit.
lock the
We're
characters
locked
in.
in.
Yeah.
Ah!
So level 5, this is it. This is where these characters they become el permanente.
Okay, so what happens like
permanente.
if a level 5 character dies? Do like they just come back as them no matter what, or you can bring in a new level 5 character, or
Yes,
like what
thi-
changes there?
This means you're at the bottom of the next tier. So,
So
if
level 5 is the
Oleander,
bottom.
your choices here are either to lock in your character. You can make one last set of changes to your character and then lock in as this character. But if they die, that character either needs to be rezzed or you make a new 5th level character.
So okay, so we're just starting at a new like.
This is the next
I
bump.
never
the next
have
tier.
to be level 1 ever again.
No, we never have to be level 1
during
again.
during this campaign, you never have to be level 1 again. That's true.
Wow, it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
It is.
So in
pretty
exchange
tough.
for that, you do have to lock in your
I was thinking about multi-classing rogue, but I'm just gonna stay fighter and have a 5th level extra attack and be really fucking great.
Yeah, and stay 5th level.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Gravaris, you're gonna keep going. Now, what do you were talking about doing a different thing at level 5, right?
Who, me?
Yeah. Aren't you gonna multi-class out? We're gonna do 3-2.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go 4-1 or 3-2.
Do I just respec entirely as a kobold monk? Is that what I do now?
I mean, I feel like Warlock's been treating you pretty
It's been treating me pretty good since I like really assessed what I could do.
Yeah.
So and level 3 spells now.
Yes, that's right. Do you get Fireball or Lightning Bolt now?
I don't I don't get Fireball because I'm not a Fiend Pact.
Correct. Yeah.
Fiend Pact has Fireball, but I get some other cool stuff.
Yeah. You're looking at shit like haste.
Yeah.
The realness. This is where you stop.
I mean, the 3rd level Warlock spells are, Hunger of Hadar's in there.
Mhm.
Gaseous Form and Fly are in there.
Oh yeah.
Flying
Kobold Warlock. Yep.
It's like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
Aw.
Yeah.
I'm an Erd now.
So yeah, let's take a look. Let me pop open my rules here. Let's talk.
I also get another Eldritch Invocation.
So we're just doing this. We're just all going to level 5. That's what's happening now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. I'm doing my stuff now.
Okay. So a level 5. Let's see.
So what do we boost our experience points up to and out of?
Oh, you're at the bottom of level 5, so you should have whatever that is.
6,500.
6,500.
6500.
So if you go 4 cleric, this is just a standard level 4. You'll get 1 more 2nd level spell and either a stat boost or a feat.
Yeah.
If you go rogue 2,
You get some cunning actions.
yeah, cunning actions are pretty fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, so rogue 2 would give you dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty, additional mobility is pretty dope. Paladave, you're gonna hit that level 5?
Yes,
Excellent.
I am.
So that's
2nd level spells and also 2nd attack. It's just
plus 3 proficiency bonus, 2nd level spells, and now you get one additional attack. And your additional attack, how do they work in this?
anytime you attack twice.
Yeah, and it's not a bonus action, it's just you get another attack.
Just another attack on an attack action.
I dig it.
Yep. Yeah, you can start doing some really disturbing things now. Like if I wanted to use all my spell slots, I could attack twice. Well, I could bonus action, cast one of my spells with a 1st level, attack twice, smite with a 2nd level spell slot for 3d8 bonus damage on both of them, and just annihilate something. But I probably won't.
I probably
Doesn't
won't
feel
until
like
I
it.
do. Until I definitely do.
I have to.
We'll just find the next undead enemy that you want to throw at us, and just mug that guy.
I have to take another Eldritch Invocation, and I could just upgrade my book some more. Book of Ancient Secrets Invocation, 1st level spells ritual tag for free.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
I love the Book of Ancient Seacrest.
Yeah.
And then as a 5th level fighter, same jam. You just get the extra attack and your proficiency bonus goes up. Wicked.
And our health is just like the middle plus the average.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
high average.
Everybody gets the average HP bonus. So.
Yeah, it's a high average plus your con. Don't roll anything.
When you say high average, what? I'm not sure.
So on a D10, it's 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So what do you think, Andrew? What do you want to do?
Is there a good feat, guys? Is there a feat I should take?
I don't know.
A level 4.
There are many good feats.
It really depends what you want to be doing, because at the moment you've been both a caster and a melee, and it's probably time to decide on the specialization for those. That will inform the feat choice probably more than anything else.
Yeah, like for example, like Warcaster gives you advantage on concentration saves.
Oh wait, I think Warcaster was the jam.
Yeah, Warcaster gives you
yeah.
concentration save advantage. It gives you the ability to perform somatic components even if you have both hands full. And when someone provokes an opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to cast a spell instead of making the attack.
Yeah. I think I'll go Cleric 4, and then I'll go Rogue 2 next level.
Okay.
Seems
Because
good.
Warcaster is really strong.
Yeah, Warcaster's pretty good. Because you can now you can like inflict harm as people try to get past you. And...
Yeah.
Or I can use Sacred Flame, which doesn't even require an attack roll.
Yeah, that's true. Use your reaction to cast.
Since that does an extra D8 of damage now as well, right?
So
Or D10. No, it's D8 for Sacred Flame, isn't it? It'll be 2D8 every time you cast it now.
and I gain 5 hit points plus 2, so I'm at 37.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacred Flame is 2d8. Yeah, that's right. Keep an eye on your spells because a lot of them tier up at.
Yep.
Yeah.
at 5.
Eldritch Blast is going to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked.
The cool thing with Eldritch-
I basically have to go through all of my spells and change the damage rolls on all of them to level 3 because I can't cast at a lower spell slot. They all cast
Right.
at level.
Yeah.
And yeah, Eldritch
I
Blast.
need
gets
to look at
better.
my new spells.
You get to do 2 rays with 2 different targets.
Except I don't because I don't have Scorching Ray because I'm not Fiend Pact anymore.
No, with
that's Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast. You
Oh,
just attack
Eldritch
twice.
Blast, really?
Yeah, you attack
get
twice.
2? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. Cool.
You can do it on the same target and just do more damage, but you could also attack twice.
Sweet deal.
Mhm.
Hunger of Hadar. Okay, the description for Hunger of Hadar is the best thing ever.
Please.
You open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with the unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point with range and centered on a point with range and lasting for the duration. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage, and any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub up against it.
I was telling you to take this spell for a while now.
Can we
It's
just
third level. I can't.
can we just talk about the word slurping in that spell description? What the fuck?
That's pretty weird.
It's like you've opened a portal into Hadar's realm, except that he's just sitting there like eating some noodles, like, and you've interrupted him. He's just like, what? Hi. Space noodles.
Yeah, don't worry much about taking melee damage anymore as well, Gravaris, because since I picked up the Sword Coast Adventurers Guide and I am an Oath of the Crown, I get myself a nice warding bond, which means I can like take damage for you.
Yeah.
I will properly be a tank with a sword.
An actual tank.
Yeah, it gives you resistance to all damage, +1 AC, but every time you get hit, I also take damage. So I just basically put myself on the line. For anybody who's in
sweet.
melee. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I need to buy some platinum rings and give them to people.
Okay.
So I might just spend all of it on getting 4, because I need 1, and then giving them to everybody so that if I need to cast this on them,
What does that cost?
50 gold each.
I mean, like, you're protecting us. I'm sure that we could,
Yeah.
help out with that.
It's a protection racket.
Warding Bond's really nice. It fits super nicely thematically. And then I get my other second level stuff as well. But I need to...
God, my spell list is like, right now.
I mean, I, as Oleander, will gladly give you 50 gold to get a shiny ring.
Okay. Cool. I won't take it off for me then.
I'll just spend 50.
Likewise.
Okay, so the three of you spend your 50.
Okay.
I'm wearing a platinum ring now.
Yeah. We all match because we're fucking nerds.
I've got a little platinum ring on my kobold
Yeah,
finger.
listen, all you need to do now is combine your power and summon Captain Paladin.
Ah, sorry.
And you'll be fine.
Did you break the overlay?
No,
Did you break everything?
No, Blue Jays last in the overlay, so we're okay. It's all good. So tell me how does that work, Dave? What's that ability about?
Okay, I've just put it in so I can cast it for you. There you go. Someone got hiccups.
Me.
Aww. Yeah, it basically means I give you resistance to damage, I give you increased armor class, but I'm basically taking the risk because if you still get hit, I also take damage.
Cool.
So it's like I don't need to be right next to you, but I'm basically spiritually protecting you. If I have
So
the spell cast the whole
resistance to
time.
damage, how does that work mechanically?
Half any
Huh.
damage you take ever at all.
It's very serious. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a big risk for me, but it's
so it
really
gives
helpful for you.
resistance to just like everything temporarily.
Resistance to damage. It lasts an hour.
Cool.
Or
And
until we
it's-
get separated by more than 60 feet, which, I mean, because I'm the ranged person, that's probably only going to be a problem for me.
I'm at range.
Yeah, it like splits it between us, I guess.
Yeah, but your range elf is probably around 60 feet for most of your stuff,
I can
right?
shoot an eldritch blast 300 feet.
Oh,
Boom.
right. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I get find steed.
all I
do
gotta
I
say
want
to
a
that-
magic horse?
Find steed.
Look
That's
at your horse. Look at your.
If only you had find stud.
And it reminds me of a certain Diablo, what is it? Flanks?
find-
Phalanx?
find stud is only useful if you're a contractor and you need to know where to put the nails.
Or if you're trying to hang a picture.
Yeah, that's true too. See, that'd be the kind of spell that would be useful to have. Just put your hand on the wall. You know where the stud
That
is.
would suck, okay? If it were like I could have magic powers, that's the equivalent of your mutant power in X-Men being like you have green thumbs.
You don't want to
I
be
mean,
the stud
technically-
finder?
It's like,
I think there is a canon mutant in X-Men, and their power is just that when they die, they will explode.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
That's
that's
rad.
it. So
That's
they would
pretty
they're
badass.
completely normal, but they could just say, if you need an explosion, I'll sacrifice myself for that.
So they know.
They know.
Okay.
Yeah. They
Right.
live
So-
their life
so
knowing
guys,
that all they can
guys.
do is one time explode.
That's great. I
do
love
I
that.
do I take fly or do I take fear?
I mean,
I don't care as long as you got haste for me. Like the rest is up to
I
you.
don't have haste.
fly is really
Why
cool.
have you not taken haste?
Haste is not an option.
But Elf, you're already
Okay,
fly.
whatever.
I am a
Boo,
warlock.
get
I
out.
don't care anymore. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it depends. Do you want to be like
Sorry.
scary, or do you want to be able to fly around and be all like a cool flying kobold?
I always prefer
Fly's
scary,
pretty
but
cool.
you getting out of range of things could be helpful for you instead of trying to force the things to get out of range of you.
I mean, you can always-
We'll take fly. Why not take fly? And I'll switch it up if I have to.
Yeah, it's like utility worth is really high.
It's a
Because
10
isn't there a like
it's a
saving
fly.
throw for fear? Like they could just
Probably.
not be
yeah,
feared,
exactly.
but you could just fly away.
Ah, I get to have a long-lasting, eternal bond with a steed. I need to decide what it's going to be. This is really dumb. I normally don't like mounted combat as part of the fantasy, but like since I can do it, I might as well, and I might as well have a cool like horse friend or something.
Mhm.
You can communicate with it telepathically. This is ridiculous. This is so dumb.
All right. What is a second level spell that I should take?
Haste for me.
Dave, stop trying to make haste happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna
Wait, do I get my own haste? Let me
No,
just check.
you don't.
Oh, okay, fine.
happen. I have prayer of healing and aid.
Dave, please. So what? Here's a question for you, group.
Hmm.
Of the Eldritch invocations, do any of them make you go like, "Yes, we need that 100%"? I mean, I can take a 5th level one that's Mire of the Mind. You can cast slow once using a warlock spell slot and then rest. But that seems like a bad thing to have to my many other spells.
Yeah,
Ah.
slow's all right, but
Hold up. There's one with the shadows. When you're in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or reaction.
you should take that. That's
You
pretty
just
right.
become invisible without using any spells. You're just invisible in darkness.
That's pretty cool.
What?
Very fey, also.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
pretty
take that one.
Okay.
I could take the one that makes the book better too, which is the Book of Ancient Secrets one, which is like choose 2 first-level spells and have them with a ritual tag.
Oh no.
But
People
the
telling me
ritual-
if I'd stayed Vengeance, I would have haste. This is the worst day ever.
But
Aw.
the ritual thing would mean you'd have to have the time to cast the ritual, right? Rituals take time.
Yeah,
So-
but it. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that lets you read all languages. It's really good.
It's pretty
too.
cool.
Yeah, the Rune Master or whatever, Eyes of the Rune Keeper. The ones I have right
Oh,
now
but-
are Agonizing Blast and Eldritch Sight.
Question for DM Adam.
Yes, sir.
If I'd not noticed this before because I hadn't looked ahead, but one of the bonus spells I get from Oath of the Crown
Yes.
is on the base spell list. So I'm effectively missing out on something there. Should we just ignore it? Or can I have another spell if we think about what would be thematically appropriate?
I mean, there's got to be a reason that it's on that list, right? So it's if it's one of your bonus spells,
it's always prepared.
that's what it is. Yeah, instead it's always prepared.
But it's also on the I don't think any of the others overlap specifically like that.
I have to
I think it
assume.
might be
I have
an
to assume that they.
oversight.
I have to assume they included it because it's always prepared.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not as good as say like Scorching Ray for a Sun Cleric or whatever, but yeah,
Mhm. That's fine. I just wanted to check.
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, because command might be on my base spell list, and I just have it prepared anyway.
Andrew, I think that for the good of the group, you should just take Calm Emotions and cast it all the time.
So y'all actually chill the fuck out.
fair. Induced
It's
chill.
it's the only way.
I'm gonna take Lesser Restoration.
I have lesser restoration.
I'm not gonna take Lesser Restoration. It
Amazing.
would be foolish to do so. And then the one remaining question is, do I stop being a half elf and reveal that I was actually an Aasimar this whole time? Or do I ascend to being an Aasimar?
Ascend?
Yeah, is it time for your
Now is my
glorious
chance.
ascension?
Or I could turn into a Kenku.
Kenku.
I was a bird man all along.
My disguises
Kenku
are
would be-
really good.
Yeah, really good disguises.
You'd need to lock yourself into Volo as your one thing if you went Kenku.
Well, same
It's
for
maybe a
Aasimar.
consideration.
Yeah, same with
Well,
Aasimar.
actually, that's a good point. Yep.
I mean, right now I'm using no book at all.
It's true.
So
This is when Wizards announces tomorrow that they're releasing a book that's all about being a cool badass cleric rogue, and you've already screwed
Oh,
yourself.
I
'cause it's
would-
level 5.
I would put in a special request that you let me change if they
Yes,
did that.
that'd be a request that I would probably grant. Yeah, I guess that is the question. Like, because this is one of those things where you have to kind of lock in your
I
decisions.
have to decide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get much? Do you get much that's like really strong that is overwriting how cool you think it would be from being a half elf in the moment?
I mean, half elf gives me skills and stats. Like it's just kind of generically good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
being-
Half elf is
What
real.
are the stats on the Aasimar? Let's look at them.
The party was actually all kobolds all along.
Yeah, I don't have my Volos guide handy.
I'll find it.
We are now playing a kobold adventuring party.
Oh wait, and Dave, you have the Sword Coast book.
I do, yes.
Apparently there's a thing called Mastermind Rogue, which sounds very appropriate.
You're like, that sounds hella cool.
I don't remember it being very good, but I can read it to you. I'm looking through a paper book with my hands. Don't worry that the one's on my chin right now.
I think
Mastermind.
I'm ready.
Okay, so the things you would get from the Mastermind archetype are gain proficiency with the Disguise Kit, the Forgery Kit, and a gaming set of your choice. You also learn 2 languages. Additionally, you can unerringly mimic the speech patterns and accent of a creature that you hear speak for at least 1 minute. You can use the help action as a bonus action. That would be
That's
really
pretty
helpful
fucking
because
cool.
we're going to stand next to each other a lot, and you'd be giving me advantage on attack rolls.
It's a bonus action, right? So if you don't have another bonus action to
Yep.
use, you can just give somebody else.
Yeah, and then the only other stuff is like level 9 and onwards. Insightful Manipulator. You spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat. You can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the characteristics of your choice: int, wisdom, charisma, and class levels, if any. So that would be cool if you want to like stake out targets or whatever. You get misdirection, which means I could again be taking more attacks for you. And Soul of Deceit at 17. It seems very thematically appropriate, but it's a longer term decision, isn't it? Because you're not going to get 3 in Rogue for another 2 levels.
Yeah. This is the thing.
But it would mean that you can't swap to Asmar and stuff, so.
Because that's in Sword Coast, right?
That's in Sword Coast.
It
Right.
is, yes.
Yeah.
You can only have 1 book.
I didn't know it'd be level 5, or I would have thought of this.
Yeah, well, now you have to make a choice, and that choice is forever.
Oh, fuck.
Well, or if you don't like it, you can just self-destruct Graveris.
Everyone's yelling at me.
Ah! I get a spell called Blink from my Fey Pact.
Nice.
It is amazing. It
Yeah.
is disappear onto the ethereal plane every turn for a minute.
Yeah, Blink is really, really good.
Yeah, it's fun to be
So
in the
good.
ethereal plane. It's a cool place to hang out. Everybody loves the ethereal plane.
Oh, the help action becomes ranged as well, which
I
is
mean-
quite nice.
I mean, if I'm flying and blinking, I'm definitely in ethereal plane.
Either that or you're just really high. And you
My
think you're
favorite use
ethereal.
of Blink. I blinked into the ethereal plane once when I was playing a wizard or sorcerer, I forget which, because my master had died, and I took him to the ethereal plane where he did all his research, and we got kept there by one of the gods that inhabited it, and we had a nice like funeral for him.
Nice.
Like as they dilated time out within those few seconds I was in the other plane. It was really cool. So there's RP potential for sure.
Yeah, totally. Well, let's take a walk around the group here. So, Blue Jay, Olander's sorted out. You're gonna stay drow.
Yeah. Stay drow, stay uppity, stay shooting everything possible.
Okay, cool. And your level up is fine. So, Dave, you're not making any changes. You're just leveling up.
No, I'm leveling up to level 5 as a paladin.
Cool. All right.
Staying human as well.
Elf, same thing. You're gonna stay kobold. Stay
I'm
Fey Pact Warlock.
basically just Fey Pact Warlock level up.
Okay. Cool. And then Andrew, you're just trying to decide. You're gonna stay with cleric, right? You're gonna go 4-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're just trying to decide on what.
Yeah,
race
we're
you
due
want to
to
be?
take a break, aren't we? Anyway, so
Yeah, that's a good point. So let's take a break. We
Gives you
can,
some time.
think about it. Chat can voice their opinions, and,
We'll
and then
ignore you.
we can make that
It's
decision
okay.
when we get back, and we can start DDEX 110. Cool. All right. Stick around, everybody. We will be back with more Roll20 Presents D&D Adventurers League when we get back.